Well, what up, everyone? It's your boy Iron Wolf Network, and welcome to another video. Here's something I really wanted to talk about to you guys, and I don't know if anyone made a video on it, but before the Avengers Endgame update came out on Fortnite, the block was removed, and here's the real reason why the block was removed at the start. They brought the block back. All of a sudden, the block is back, and they added some sort of theme park to the block now. But at first, when the update didn't come out, before the update came out, which was on Wednesday or a Thursday, but before the update came out, there was the block was gone, but I ended up managing to play the block for a little bit before they removed it. And at the block there was a mansion. There was a mansion to the block. They added some sort of like mansion. It kind of looked like a freaking horror movie mansion because it kind of looked like that one guy's mansion, Charles Manson. But anyways, they added a mansion to the block, and inside of the block it looked all right. It looked all right at the start, and then all of a sudden, when you get further to it, there's a man inside of a prison crying. I was like, huh, that's strange. And and then when you get further into the block, there is a teddy bear with like it was like some sort of you well, how do they say the word mutuals. I didn't think I was used to say it. It was like kind of like Annabelle. It was kind of like turning into a horror movie now. And when you get to like the basement, there's this one room in the basement. There's this area in the basement in the mansion that gets more fucked up. And if you go to the basement in the mansion in the block, there is a chair tipped over with a rope hanging to the top. And that could only mean one thing: suicide. And people need to realize that suicide isn't the answer. Like, that's fucked up. Whoever made that block area, whoever made that creation, really fucked up. I don't know, but a lot of people are saying it was Logan Paul that made it, but they're probably joking around because of the thing that he pulled off early January in 2018. But in this mansion, if you go to the basement, there's a chair tipped over with a rope hanging to the top, and that's why they ended up removing the block, because someone made like a suicide area, and Fortnite ended up adding it to the block, but they didn't know it was going to have a chair in the basement tipped over with rope hanging to the top. And then when Epic Games slash Fortnite was getting a lot of tweets about it, they still all of a sudden noticed it, and then they even went on the replay screen, or they even went on it to see what was in the basement, and then they saw for themselves that they made a mistake for adding it. So for those who saying it was Fortnite's fault for adding it, technically they didn't really know what was in the block. Technically they saw it was a mansion, and they saw the inside of the mansion, and they thought it looked really cool. Why not add a mansion? But they probably didn't even see what was in the basement. And then as soon as they noticed what was in the basement, they removed it. But technically, they removed the whole block at the start. But that's why the block was removed. That's the real reason why it was removed, because someone ended up making like a suicide area in the block, and then it got added in the game, and Epic Games didn't notice it until now. Yeah, there was someone hanging on it too. That's why I didn't really want to mention it, because it's that fucked up. Like, what was this person thinking? What was this person thinking? When I don't know, maybe he was using mods when he was making it. Did he make it on PC? But who knows? But but I don't know what this person was thinking when he made it. I don't know. It's just fucked up. Like suicide is not something to joke around with. Suicide's no joke, guys. This is really fucked up. Whoever made this fucked up big time. I hope Epic Games like knows who made it. They probably know because every time they add people's creation, they usually put the guy who made it onto the block. They usually put the creator's name. So hopefully Epic Games like does this something to this person. Hopefully they ban this person's account cuz like the block is supposed to be something for like creations. Like if we're fans of like Minecraft and we love creative stuff, so and we're artists, we like creative stuff. And the block is for to create and to get your creation added to Battle Royale. The block is not something to joke around with, like make a suicide thing in the block. That's something not to joke around with. Whoever made this, like I don't really care who made it because he fucked up. Like he fucked up. But um Fortnite did a really good job for like removing it because I didn't really want that added to the block. That who would want that? Like that's fucked up to add something like that. But what even sorry my throat. What's even more fucked up is Fortnite adding it. If I was working with Fortnite, what I would have done is if I was working with Fortnite and I picked someone's creation, I would have looked at the creation first. I would have like see every detail on it to make sure it's something that I want in the game. You know what I mean? Like I would have also looked in the basement to see if there's nothing that shouldn't be in the game that shouldn't be added and add it. I wouldn't even like Fortnite should have like saw what was in the basement first before adding it because they didn't even check the basement in the mansion to see what was added in the mansion. If I was working with Epic, I would have like looked at every detail. I would have looked at the mansion. I would have looked what was inside of the mansion. I would look what's inside of the other doors, what's behind the other door on the other side of the door. I would look what was on the roof, what was in the roof, and I would also look what's below. I would also look what was in the basement too. And if I see that there's a fucked up thing that they added in there, I wouldn't even add it at all. Epic Games should have done that. They should have looked at every detail from the way the mansion looked, from the inside of the mansion, from the roof, other side of the door, including seeing what was in the basement too. Instead of, oh, this mansion looks really cool. Why not add a mansion? Instead of looking what was inside of the mansion. You know what I mean? They should have looked what was inside of the mansion first before adding it. So they that's their fault. They fucked up. But at the same time, they probably didn't even care to notice it. But yeah, like I'm saying, if I was working with Epic, I would have like look was inside of the mansion too, like from all of the details to see if it was something I want added in Battle Royale. But yeah, that's why the block was removed on Battle Royale. That's why the block was removed because someone ended up making a suicide of a chair tipped over with a rope on top hanging, and there was literally a person hanging on the rope. Like the person committed suicide, and it was a Fortnite character. And I don't know how they did that. Maybe they modded, but anyways, it's still fucked up. Like suicide is not something to joke around with, and that person really fucked up. But I'm glad Fortnite removed the block, but they did bring back the block, but they added like now it's a theme park. So I'm glad it's a theme park instead of that mansion. Cause oh boy, that was fucked up. But anyways, guys, I just want to let you guys know what was going on, why the block was removed, the real reason why it was removed. Some people thought it was because of Avengers Endgame and they wanted to get ready for the Endgame. So they removed the block so they could think of what to add. But some people just don't know why the real reason why it got removed. Some people probably before the update happened. It was on Thursday though when this happened. It was on Thursday before the update. It was around like midnight or something. I think that's when they added the mansion. Was around like midnight or probably around like 1 a.m. in the morning. So some people probably didn't notice the mansion at first because the mansion was added around like midnight or around 1 a.m. in the morning on the same day the update came out. Because the downtime started at 2 a.m. for me, and 12 a.m. midnight or 1 a.m. is when the mansion was added to the block. So that's why people didn't notice about the mansion because the mansion was there before the update happened. But anyways, that's why the block got removed because of that mansion. And yeah, and there was someone at the door. Wait, there was someone at the beginning of the mansion. I don't know. I haven't seen that, but I'll have to. I don't really want to look at it anymore because it's still fucked up. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. If you guys want to like see me like stream Fortnite later on, don't forget to subscribe to my. Don't forget to subscribe to my Iron freaking Wolf account. This is my It's Iron freaking Wolf. Iron freaking Freek. My bad. It's Freeakin. Freekin. There's no G at the end. It's Iron freaking Wolf. That's my channel that I'm gonna be live streaming on. It has like 17 subscribers, so it's really low. I'm gonna be streaming on that account until I get my Iron Wolf Network account back to streaming again because it still won't let me like log in on that account on PlayStation. But anyways, guys, hope you guys like this video. Comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Subscribe to my Iron freaking Wolf account and